Hello and welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the RDA, and first things first, Bruno, he came from Sporting like Cristiano. He goes left, he goes right, he makes defenders look shite, he's our Portuguese Magnificado. Bruno, guys, I'm fucking gassed. Liverpool fans, fuck you guys, have that, hold it, with love for Bruno Fernandes. That was some penalty, I tell you what, boys, that was some penalty. And yeah, I'm just fucking gassed. Like I said, I didn't. In the greater scheme of things, I didn't care about the FA Cup. I always said I always want to beat Liverpool. Don't get it wrong. I always want to beat Liverpool, and I always want Bruno to prove a point, especially to these thousands bastards. You know, my dad. You know, some of my friends. You know who you are. Fuck you guys. Fuck you guys. You hold it on your head. From Bruno with love. So we're gonna get straight into it. Smash a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new. Boys. What a game. What a game. I'm proud of us. I won't lie. What a game. What are you guys' thoughts?
Yeah, I know. Bruno was just like, I don't just go for points. I can just go free kicks as well. So, you guys hear me?
Yeah, kind of. You're lagging a little bit. Yeah, you're saying? It looks like it's a bit better now.
Okay, I'll just go with it.
Yeah, go ahead.
I thought we played well. I thought, yes, there were some problems here and there. There were some things that weren't so great. You know, a lot of things that were great. But overall, I thought we had a really good game. And, you know, we weren't scared of Liverpool. You know, we showed them that we belong. And that in itself was a sign of progress. We didn't cover away. We didn't want to play a five at the back. And it's not like Liverpool played that third team or something. They played pretty much their first team players, and we went head to head with them. And I was really proud of the boys today. I think defensively, sometimes, especially at the beginning of the game, yeah, it was a bit suspect, to be honest. But then I thought there was times where we grew into it, and there was times where we fall off the cliff again. But overall, I thought it was okay. But then we did concede 2 goals, so I guess in that sense it's bad. I thought midfield, defensively, Pogba and McTominay were a bit off. I won't lie. You could see that we didn't have that out-and-out number 6. But on the transition, I thought they were decent. I thought McTominay was showing a lot of energy, was showing a lot of passion, and Pogba with those long balls, I thought they were very effective. And because of that effective transition, I thought on the counter we were brilliant, which is something I wanted us to do last week. I thought playing Pogba on the wing was bad because we lack pace. And I thought today with Rashford and Greenwood, we saw what that pace can do on the transition against Liverpool. And on top of that, I felt like when we had to hold the ball, we didn't do it like Liverpool. We didn't do those fancy triangles because that's just not us. But we're effective enough to hold it and still cause them pressure and still get in the 18 area and create a decent amount of chances. So overall, I thought our play was really good. And on top of that, I think Liverpool was better than in previous games. So to beat them in a scenario where they do that is even more impressive. So yeah, I'm proud of the boys.
Exactly. Like if I had to tell you guys, if I could, let's just say I seen the game before, and I told you guys Liverpool are going to score 2 goals, you're going to be like, we're not winning. We're not
It's
winning.
over.
Yeah,
It's
we're not
over.
winning. But, yeah, like I said, defensively, yeah. But I'm proud of the boys. Clay, you know, what do you have to say?
Yeah, I thought it was a very good showing from the boys. Nothing too exciting, but just the pace on the counter. It's just such a difference maker to what we were playing with the last time. So it's nice to see that we're actually using our strengths like that, because those balls were magnificent. The finishes just fantastic, and then Bruno just came on just to show it to everyone, just completely.
I don't know.
Couldn't handle the counter, and all I still insist to take it. I don't get it, but luckily Bruno came on and did the things, so we don't have to worry about that.
Well, I mean, I think we should still worry about that, but I think it's just less worrisome that we got a result away despite us kind of failing tactically again. But yeah, it was a decent showing from everyone. I don't think anybody had a bad game besides our centre-backs.
Mm-hmm.
I think everybody else was solid. Nothing too great, but pretty good from all around from everybody.
I think so as well. I mean, listen, I always say, these centre-backs that we play, this partnership, I hate this partnership. And I know it worked the first time against Liverpool. What did I say? it will work. It can work. It can work. But they will cost you everything. It'll cost you your life. You're selling your soul to the devil. You know, it's ironically because we are the devils, but you know, you get my pun.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
feel like what was a bit different is that at Anfield we don't have owners to come out. It's a low block completely from get go. It's a low block. Today I felt like we felt the owners to come out from time to time and play kind of high line. Hence, I think Lindelof and Maguire struggled. And yeah, the thing is, we do know how these guys are, so they will cost you from time to time. It's just the reality.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
a-
but just touching on that, I don't think Lindelof Maguire were exposed in the high line in the slightest. If we were broken on the counter every 5 minutes, then I'd be like, "Yo, why are we doing this?" But it was when they were on the edge of the box, when they were in the box, that they got exposed. It wasn't when they were chasing down someone. It was when they were stationary, when they were in position. That's why I have issue with that statement.
Fair enough, but I do feel like at times that we did play the high line, and I'm gonna lag seriously here. At times that we did play the high line, they did look a bit off. But yes, I think the goal itself was down to more ball watching than anything else.
But I
Yes,
think
definitely.
it's not something new with these guys. It's not just the high line that Maguire and Lindelof don't work with. It's also when there's a ball just floating across the box and they watch it and it's like they almost want it to go in our own net. They are playing against us. That's what they do.
But like-
They're playing against us.
Like I told you before we started, I don't know, this weird thing about the FA Cup where it seems like players down to a little.
A little bit.
It's just a little bit.
Just a little bit. That's a great freeze frame. But yeah, anyways, you know, while Peloto legs are, while Peloto has the leg issues, you know. Clay, what I will say though, I think it was a bit of both, you know, like we said, the high line, the first highlight, I think it was the first goal we conceded. It was, you know, it was similar to the mistake Wan-Bissaka made, where he
We
played.
did the exact
Lookman on.
same.
Oh,
Are you back?
is Yella? He's back. Oh, no, maybe not.
Nah, maybe not. But anyways,
Yeah.
like I was saying,
That's the exchange.
now
But the issue
you're back
was
now. But
also the ball training.
Yeah.
It's just, why was Victor on the left and Maguire on the right?
yeah,
for
and
that?
then I was also gonna say that, you know, why was that also the case? And then the second goal obviously was the ball watching thing. So ish.
Yeah.
Big problems, big problem. I don't like these guys. I hate these guys. But yeah, Moloto, you're saying something about what? What is it?
Little bit.
Little bit.
That's as much as we got.
Yeah,
right?
it's excellent. We'll just go with it. I was saying that I feel like there is a bit of doubt when it comes to other competitions. No team seems to ever be at the same intensity, which is a bit annoying because we do want to see top competition, even if it's not in the top competition itself. And I guess playing the low block against Liverpool last week maybe played a part to them being better defensively. But I felt like they had a sense of urgency last week, which I felt was lacking today.
Yeah, I mean, the way this game was, I think if you're neutral, this game was amazing. To watch this game was a proper. It's what you wanted, you know. It's what you usually expect from this current United and this current Liverpool team, leaking goals like a sieve, but scoring a lot of goals irrespective.
I think it's what some people expected last week. It didn't
Yeah,
happen.
I would say it's probably what people expected last week. Maybe not
Yeah.
to us, but to Liverpool. But yeah, like I said, hold that L, hold it firmly, hold it. I'm just happy with the boys. Like I said, you know, I think attacking wise, you know, I don't really mind this team. They're very great. I love the midfield. I love the forwards. Defense though, oh lordy, and some of the tactics, oh lordy, it's going to make me want to pull my hair out every week. However, this game was actually relaxed because in the greater scheme of things, it didn't mean that much.
Yeah.
But wow, what we said about this, you know, if we somehow beat Liverpool, which we did, this could be the final blow to that Liverpool team in terms of mentality and in terms of things. And like Malota said, they actually played better today than how they have been playing recently, and they still lost. I hope I hope this breaks them. I won't lie. I hope this breaks this team. There's nothing I would rather see more. But you know, we move. We'll speak more about the game when we get into the player ratings as well. But yeah, you want to say something, Moloto?
Yeah, they just don't look the same. The pressing's not the same. The closing down of lines not the same. The movement of the ball, it's too cute nowadays. So I had to react to them, and I'm enjoying watching it.
Yeah, I think we all enjoy watching this. I can't lie to you. I am tremendously enjoying watching Liverpool decline. It is the best. and the best thing is the Liverpool fans are acting like being shit is something new to them. I mean, you were shit like 3 years ago, so yeah, you belong. I would like you guys belong. I hope you guys stay there forever.
No.
But anyways, let's digest the game. Let's talk about some of the big boy players today that turned up to get this result. However, starting with Dean Henderson, I wouldn't say he was one of the big boys who turned up today. Because my God, shaky. I thought Dino was hella shaky today. Some of the, leaving his line to play as the fine keeper, I can understand it. I don't like it, I don't like it personally. Other than that, I thought when Salah and Liverpool players took shots at him, just the lack of just being able to hold on to the ball was very worrying. I think that is very worrying. I think now we're actually starting to see why De Gea is the first team goalkeeper. And some would say it's not Dino's fault, he doesn't have the run of games, he can't be as sharp as he usually is at Sheffield. I still rate Dino. I know this was a tough game, but today, shake him up. So I will give Dino a 5. Yeah, I think 5 is fair.
For the sake of his career, this guy needs to leave. Just on loan and just go make a name for himself, really, because the stubbornness is not ideal for him. Like, he's insisting on toppling De Gea, and I guess maybe because he backs himself at least the season, but then I don't think he should persist in doing it for one season. I think he should ask for a loan, and we never know down the future, maybe he'll come back. But yeah, he didn't look completely comfortable today, and he conceded 2 goals, so I think I have to agree with the 5.
Yes.
Yeah. You can just put it. I fully agree.
Yes.
I'm sorry, if the keeper concedes 2, it's immediately below average performance. I didn't really see him make any impactful saves that we'd normally see when him or De Gea are in goal. So I can't even try and justify a 6. But yeah, it's just a poor game from Dino. Admittedly, Salah was just kicking them in for fun at that point. So it was much needed for Dino to get that outing, and I'm glad we did start him. So I don't regret that he played at all.
Yeah, neither do I. I don't think any of us have regrets of Dino today. Plus, I don't even really think it's Dino's fault today. I'm like, hey, it is what it is, Dino. You couldn't really do anything about that. Maybe if they pulled out one of the goals, but yeah, I'm not blaming Dino today. I'm not blaming Dino today. But anyways, the next one is so weird because I rate him, huh? I fucking rate Luke Shaw today. What a tank. But, Salah is your man. He did score 2 goals. You are still part of that defense. So, this is a tricky one. But by far, best defender today. By far. And you are hella consistent. I think going forward, it was great. Going backwards, it wasn't as great because Salah obviously scored 2 goals today. But Luke Shaw's improvement is ridiculous. This guy is playing like he's on some other roids at the moment. But in terms of today, I'm gonna give him a 6, and that'll probably be the only ever 6 I give if we concede 2 goals.
No, it's a hard one. But I do think, I guess he did lose Salah because Salah did score 2 goals, so we do need to consider that. And I felt like he was composed at the back. I just feel comfortable in Luke Shaw's on the ball. I don't expect any mistake. And defensively, it didn't look too horrible. Offensively, I didn't see much. I don't know if I wasn't paying attention. Maybe you guys could help me out there. But I didn't really see much of him going forward today. So I think I do agree with an average 6.
Yeah. It's just the fact that Salah scored that just really.
That's what hurt it. Yeah. That was the Salah goal.
I'm looking at the 7s. I'm looking at the 8s for sure.
I was thinking 7 or 8 as well.
But yeah, really thinking about it like that, it does mean it was Shaw's fault to an extent. It was his man. It's someone that he literally had just behind him the entire time a week ago, not even. So can't exactly rate that performance, but this whole backline is going to get very, very low numbers. So the 6 is definitely going to be something very good for him. So I'm going to agree.
Yeah, 6.
Just in all fairness, as marking everyone as fairly as possible.
Yes, this marking is
Yeah.
However, boys, woo. Here it plummets.
That's the return of Harry the Hoover and Victor the Viking.
Yeah, that's what it was. It is the return of the clowns at the back, is what this was. Yeah, let's start with Harry Maguire. Goodness, boys, I don't know. I mean, I liked, actually, the one thing I did like about Harry today is the way he carried out the ball today. Like, where he actually is coming towards the opposition box. I like that about Harry Maguire today. Defensively, though, him and Lindelof just got chowed. They were confusing each other. He doesn't look anywhere near as confident as he does when he plays with Bailly. It looks like he actually is slower somehow when he doesn't play with Bailly. And yeah, other than that, he didn't really have a big impact on the game. So and then the first goal we conceded, him and Lindelof obviously were a big part to play. I don't know why they switched. I don't know what's going on with the lack of communication. And you guys conceded 2 goals on top of that. So I'm gonna give Harry a 4. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's like we rolled back the months. We're back to that disastrous back two. That's what it looked like today. The passing out the back just didn't look on it. They'd lose the ball from time to time, and I felt like for the first goal specifically, they at least one of them should have been marking Salah. So I do agree with the 4.
Yeah. I have no doubts. I could literally give the pair the same rating and just move. I'm happy with that.
Yeah,
Like it was.
I'm going to do the same as
so
you.
both of them. Yeah.
4 for both
Like,
of them.
yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Now I'm giving Victor a 3. But yeah, carry on.
Oh, okay.
You.
Well, admittedly, he was
I'd
on the
say
left
X.
side when the Salah cut-in happened, so
Yeah.
it is a bit more his fault than it is Maguire's for that one. So I can definitely see
Yeah.
that, but it was just poor from both the centre backs. I just why did we even play
just-
Victor this game? I don't understand it.
I just hope it's a blip because
Yeah.
from the last few games, as much as we do worry about the centre back pairing, they have seemed to be putting in a shift.
Yeah.
And if they do that, I feel like it's nice because we know that even if Eric Bailly doesn't play, at least there's a chance that it's not definite that these two are going to part of it. So I liked that. Today was very disappointing.
Exactly, and it's just very frustrating to watch the two of them just run around like headless chickens in each other's positions and
that's
concede
exactly
a goal.
it. Yeah, headless
That's what
chickens.
happened today. It's just annoying.
I
'cause
despise the
Lindelof's got
centre
an
backs.
injury.
Exactly,
Why
I
did he
despise-
play?
I despise
He got
the
a
centre
rest,
backs.
and then he just gets thrown back into the deep end against Liverpool. I don't understand the thinking, but we called it dead on. That's all I have to say about that.
We did
You called it, but it is stupid. I don't like it. I hate that decision.
Ole is clearly all about the trust. Like, it doesn't matter what form Bailly has been on. Because he's gained trust with Victor Lindelof, he's going to keep him until he gains absolute trust for Eric Bailly.
No.
Yeah, but on the one positive is that I actually do think Bailly does play as long as it's a smaller team. A team that we should beat.
The trust has improved.
Yeah.
I think nowadays he does.
And
play
what I
more
will say
teams.
is that we play more worse teams than we play the big teams.
Yeah, of
But
course.
what is annoying is that we're still playing our worst centre back pairing in the big teams, and then playing Bailly against the weaker teams. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
You could probably switch it around, but it is what it is.
And if you want to defend Ole, you could be protecting probably isn't, but it could be protecting Eric from injury.
Yeah, but he's not protecting
Today,
Victor at all then.
yeah, he's not
It's
protecting
literally giving
Victor, yeah,
no
that's
shits
true.
for Victor.
He's always been like that. He's always been always on a double
Yeah.
standard when it comes to things.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, it's not acceptable.
Yeah.
Definitely.
If you're Ollie's favorite player and you have a broken leg, he will play. He will play. Don't get it wrong. Yeah. But anyways, Bailly it was rested completely. He wasn't on the bench today, so hopefully that means he's definitely playing the next few games. It's in the league, so yeah, that's the only positive. Other than that, I hate the centre back partnership. I hate both of them together. Absolutely despise them. I call them the clowns. They are the clowns, and today, it shows why we are very inconsistent. When we play these two consistently, that's why we're inconsistent, because they're just not good enough. If you concede 2 goals on average as a partnership, how you can only expect so much from your team. That's what I'm saying today. Like today we scored 3 goals, but no fucking way you need to be scoring 2 goals conceded. I understand it's Liverpool, but nah. The standards that United need to be better than that. But anyways,
Yeah, definitely.
Aaron Bissaka is a weird one because, to be honest, he had a quiet game, and I don't blame. Until Mane came on, he had a quiet game, and it's not Aaron Bissaka's fault. I didn't think he was at fault for any of the goals really. I thought he did his job. Go on, Aaron. I'll give you a 6. Yeah, I'll give you a 6. I can't really blame him for anything today, so I'm just gonna give him every 6.
Yeah. Look, I know this whole it's part of the back line, so you have to take ownership.
Yeah.
I don't completely go for that. I'm not gonna be too harsh on him because the other guys made mistakes. I think he was okay first half, and second half I thought he shut down man, no chance. So I'm gonna give him a 6.5.
Well, wow.
Yeah, that's. But yeah, I don't think Aaron was particularly bad. I don't think he's particularly good though. But I do prefer to kind of look as a defensive unit. As much as he
Me
did make
also.
mistakes,
Yeah.
it was 2 goals conceded nonetheless, and it's just frustrating that he couldn't contribute as much as that is a bit harsh on him and wants him to do a bit more. But you're part of that unit, and if things are going wrong, he cuts inside all the time. So
That's
I mean,
true.
he
He
could
was
have been
holding
there.
Lindelof's hand today. So
Yeah,
until
he
Mane
could have
came
been there
on.
for some of the things, admittedly. But that's a very harsh statement to make. So I think just I'm going a little bit low. I'm going to be the harsh one. I'll go 5.
Oh, poor Aaron. Man
Yeah,
didn't play the game today. Basically a
yeah,
ghost.
a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it was though. It's just Aaron was a ghost today. Until Mane came on and then Mane got pocketed. But anyways.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Paul Pogba. I'll be honest with you. I don't know what Pogba has done recently, but Pogba defensively carried the team in midfield. Scott needs to fucking learn
sad.
something. And that's sad, yeah, that's the thing, that's sad. It's not Pogba's strongest suit. So if Pogba carries your midfield defensively, then you know, like, Scott, boy, you, come on. Scott, what's going on? But Paul Pogba, I'll be honest with you.
Scott's crap.
Yeah,
Stop
Scott's
with
crap.
that.
Yeah,
What's
we'll,
crap?
we'll get to Scott. Leave Scott for now. Let's talk about Pogba. Pogba, I actually thought he was okay today. I thought defensively, he actually freaking covered Scott's ass. I think, that tackle that led to our first goal, amazing. I thought, you wanted it. I think Paul Pogba is showing a lot of his leadership qualities at the moment. I think he is being very, very professional. You can hate him, like Clay, every week. There are lots of it. It's not just Clay. It's millions of people who will do the same. And Pogba doesn't let it get to him. Pogba doesn't let it get to him. He gets on with his job. I think Pogba knows the situation we're in. And I think, like the commentator said, if we were to do something special for the remaining of the season, we know it's Bruno Fernandes. But Pogba is still a massive, massive player in this whole race. And today, to be honest with you, if you had to compare Pogba and Thiago, who is Thiago? Like, don't ever mention Thiago
That's
to
fair as
Pogba
well.
ever again. Don't you fucking dare ever do it again in your life. Carried by that Bayern team. But anyways, my boy Paul Pogba, I'm just going to give him an average 6. Yeah, I'll give him an average 6.
Yeah, no. Thiago hasn't really gone with this team. He's too cute about his football. The intensity that you need at Liverpool isn't there yet. So I think it'll come, but for now, it's a bit of a yikes. Paul Pogba. Yeah, I do think Scott's crap. And because of Scott's lack of defensive ability, Pogba, I feel like, lost something to going forward because he had to stay back a little bit more. He did lose the ball once, doing that thing that I hate a lot where he tries to shield the ball. It's been working over the last few, but besides that, I think his tackles were better than Scott's. I think defensively, he put in a shift. Offensively, I didn't think he was playing the box-to-box and getting into the cam area as much as he's been doing in the last few weeks. But I do think his long balls were not amazing, but they were good. So overall, I'm going to give him a 6 now.
Yeah. I just don't think Paul Pogba really did that much today, in all honesty. I think he did the bare minimum, got away with it, in my opinion. So I could just leave it there, in all honesty. It's a 6. He did what a midfielder should do.
It's an average Pogba performance.
Yeah.
Average Pogba performance. Yeah, so we'll leave it there. I think that's good. It's good for Pogba's health and Clayton's anything. However, Scott, you thank God Pogba is next to you because that's 6. Yeah, that's 6 saved your ass today. You are awful. I hate Scott. Awful. He's not better defensively than Fred. It's a myth. He can't. The physique and everything, I know he's made like it, but he's shite. He gets megged. He gives away fouls. He can't pass the ball straight. He can't pass the ball sideways. He can't pass the ball backwards. He's bloody awful. And it's a crime that Donny van de Beek doesn't play ahead of Scott McTominay. It's an absolute
Definitely.
crime. The only thing Scott has running for me is that he has the United DNA, and that's just passion. And I'll swear, Origi, I'll swear Salah, I'll break Mane, things like that. That's the only thing he does. And even then,
Yeah.
it's still embarrassing, Scott. So you're just not a Manchester United player. I think at the end of the day, I think it's not your fault. I think if you played box to box, you could have a say at Man United. But today, bro, fucking hell. If you didn't have Pogba, it was over for us. It was over. Maybe Fred would have been good, but Pogba carried you today. Scott, I don't know what you offered to this team, so I'm gonna give Scott. Yeah, I'm gonna give Scott a 3.
Kidding.
I think this guy until he improves his defensive side, he needs to be an impact player coming off the bench. When we're losing, we want someone to drive into the offensive areas. I think Scott should be our man, and not starting and having defensive responsibilities because it's just not his thing, at least yet. So, I thought he had a pretty poor performance. I thought the passion was there, as always. That was really good. And I thought times, like the first 20 minutes, he'd get on the ball and kind of be effective on the transition, but that fell away. And defensively, everybody's just skipping past him. He's non-existent, really.
I think Lee could skip past McTominay. I won't lie to you.
I'll Cruyff turn McTominay one time. Watch.
Yeah, it's a bit of an X. So, I'll give him a 4.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
it's not looking good for young Scotty.
No,
It's not looking good for young Scotty.
I feel like we've just rolled back the clock a little bit to when Scott was shit again, and it's just back to that. It was the same performance where he had no impact. I don't know what happened. He had 0 impact on this game. I don't know
he
what
didn't do anything for us.
He did nothing, and he played a full 94 minutes, or whatever the hell it was.
Yep.
He played every single set for no reason.
For no reason.
As
Literally
Ricky
no
says, sometimes just having a body there, enough defensively.
That's it. The only reason, that 3 is also because he takes Donny's spot, by the way. That's it. That's why that's a 3. Otherwise, I think a 4 is fair.
Yeah, there's just a really poor performance from Scott. There's nothing much to say. You guys covered it all. It's just Scott was very poor. He offers nothing except passion. Unless he's paired up with someone that's really good defensively, you're not going to see him do anything. Because he's not going to be encouraged to do defensive work if the person next to him is not doing defensive work either. It doesn't help. When him and Fred are getting stuck in together, then you see stuff happen. When you see him and McTominay and him and Matic get together, it's a different story. You can see he adapts to who he plays with. It's just not effective, him and Pogba right now. It's definitely not the partnership or synergy we should be trying to develop. So I don't know what he was thinking playing those two in the first place as well. It is a bit of a weird partnership that we haven't quite seen in a long time. When was the last time we saw a Pogba
I was
Scott
going to say that.
pivot?
I don't think we've ever seen a Pogba Scott pivot.
Yeah,
I don't think so either.
It's been like a one-time thing many, many moons ago. Like, this doesn't happen, and I don't know why it happened. Because Scott's just a pace merchant. Well,
How
that's how
did
he
it work?
goes forward. He's an energizer back.
I'm thinking to myself now, how on earth did this work? We've got Victor Lindelof and Maguire playing bad.
Well, that's how we conceded
Scott
2.
and Pogba in
Yeah, but
front
yeah,
of him.
that's why we can
Okay,
see
fair.
equals.
We literally conceded 2.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
And
They did
judging
nothing.
from these ratings,
But in my
you
mind-
can see why.
Yeah.
In my mind, we should be losing with that 4 playing like that. But I guess kudos to attack.
Admittedly, we won the Champions League with Scott getting 3s and 4s. It's happened. Stranger things have happened. Scott playing poorly, but he really didn't offer anything. I didn't see him really make a creative pass forward, just even a progressive pass in general. I didn't really see him doing.
I don't think he passes forward. I don't think.
Yeah,
Scott does that too.
he's a side-to-side merchant. Doesn't really offer anything to this team except for the fact he plays for this batch. And that just simply isn't enough right now, especially when you have a Fred on the bench, a Donny on the bench, or a Matic on the bench. They should be playing miles ahead of him.
Yeah.
And I think we'll keep on saying this even when this man's scoring braces against Leeds.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm sorry. And the one thing I did like about Scott, he's actually on the edge of the box for a shot. I like that.
Oh yeah,
How long did he
the
play?
one way, but he played the whole game.
Just
He
one.
played 90.
Yeah,
He played
full
full
game,
game, yeah.
full game.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel too about that decision. But yeah, I'm just going to agree with the 4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's why, in a nutshell, Maguire, Lindelof, Scott is the reason why we conceded 2 goals today. In a nutshell, that is exactly why we conceded 2 goals. Luke Shaw's one is a bit, yeah, he was part of the reason, but ish.
Yeah.
Luke Shaw did so much else, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Don, guys, Don is getting violated. The man is so good. He is so good. He didn't give away the ball. Okay, first half. Let me talk about first half. The second half, I think he ghosted. He ghosted. The ball didn't get to Donny Van de Beek second half. But first half, I was gonna give Donny a 7. He never loses the ball. Every pass is progressive. There's never a non-progressive pass from Donny. Even a back pass is a pass where it's like a back pass to Pogba, so Pogba is free and he can hit the switch of play. Things like that. He keeps the ball at his feet. He's tenacious. He's so smart. Even the commentators and everyone are like, he was one of the best midfielders in Europe last season, and he can't get a game time now. I understand. Like I've said, I always understand Donny not playing ahead of Pogba and Bruno, and maybe now Fred, but to not play him over Matic and McTominay is criminal, absolute criminal. So,
Absolutely.
So in first half, I would give Donny a 7. In second half, I'd give him a 5. So I'm gonna go in the middle. I'm just gonna give him a 6. I don't think this is his best position as well, by the way. I think he should be playing where Scott is playing it. So
We definitely all know that, boys. It's rough.
it's rough for Donny. But yeah, I'll give Donny a 6.
Yeah, I'll just never get the Donny thing. I think he's not the best 10, but I think if this guy played in the 8, he would probably be the best 8 in the Premier League. I honestly think that. And yeah, I just don't get why he doesn't play more, because I thought he, even out of position, he finished Scott. He overshadowed him. Different planets. So I thought he had a good game. When you're obviously going to compare him to Bruno, and the difference between him and Bruno, he doesn't get on the ball as much as Bruno. But then Bruno is top class number 10. But the thing is, when he does get on the ball, he will never do something that's not creative, that's not progressive, as you say. So I like that about him. And he's always willing to run into the box to be an option. So, yeah, no, I'm not even going to give him a 6. I'm going to give him a 7. But if he had played longer, he probably would have had a pretty decent second half. So I'm going to give him a 7.
Ollie subs.
Yeah, all these subs.
Ay. It's such a shame that this man just can't get a game.
You
And then when he does, he plays.
never know why. Yeah,
I don't understand. Because every single time he's played a game, we haven't looked at him below a 6.
Yeah, I don't
He's
think
never
Donny
put
gets
in
below 6.
below pass performance. He is a fantastic player, and I don't understand how he doesn't make this United squad. So many United fans don't either. It just doesn't make sense. And Ollie's even come out and said he's not quite happy with the game time. So it just doesn't make sense. Why this is happening? I get if Donny wasn't the player you want, but he's better than Scott. He's better than Fred if Fred's having an off day. He's better than Matic when he's having an off day. Why would you not at very least use him as an impact sub?
Guys, I didn't realize this was the replacement for Xavi and Modric. He was supposed to be the replacement.
Yeah, and now he's bench warming
And
for
now
Scott.
he's bench warming for Scott.
I have dreams about Donny and De Jong doing the things Boston with him.
Yeah, exactly. And he's just so wasted here, and I don't get it. Loan moves have been rejected for this man, and he's still not playing. This is the first game in an actual month of football.
Yeah, maybe 3 games a month, yeah.
It's been so long since Donny's just touched a football pitch, and he did that. That's the thing as well. Players come back rusty normally when they don't play for that long. When the most they get is 6 minutes of game time.
Yeah.
He put in a fantastic shift. He is a fantastic midfielder, and he should have started. He deserved to start. He deserved to see out,
I guess,
in my opinion, as well.
let's just try and get into Ole's mindset. I think it's that, and I'm not saying I agree with it, definitely.
Yeah.
But I think it's that he's mainly replacement for Bruno. But Bruno plays every game, Bruno Fernandes. Then what does he do? Well, it's down to the picking order. He values Scott's passion and energy. So in that sense, he goes below Scott then. And then he'll only come on from time to time in the 8, and mostly when Bruno's not playing, which is rare. So in terms of looking from Ole's mindset, it does make sense, but I don't agree with that.
Yeah, but one thing I have to say about Scott, he's never not looked passionate on that field. He's never not looked like he wants to give 110% for this shirt. He's never...
I get you, but I feel like Ricky was joking, but I do think Ole likes that he has an energetic body in front of Maguire and Victor Lindelof.
Very weird.
But Donny is that player, so hey, I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah. So unfortunately, the second half he did disappear, like you said. So I'm just gonna balance out here as well and just go to 6.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
we will. Donny will be a success at United. I have faith.
Yeah.
I have faith. Donny will be a success
Well,
at
if he
United.
gets games, he will.
Yeah.
If
I
he
think
doesn't,
will.
then he won't.
Yeah.
It's,
Especially against Liverpool, you know, you got a 6 and McTominay got like a 3 and a 4 there. I mean, come on. You know, it's a madness. Actually, a madness. No, gotta save those two for last. We'll start with Marcus Rashford, back on Malota's favorite left. You know, great. I loved Rashford today. Finally, he puts a cross. Finally. I waited for that moment my whole life. I waited for that Marcus Rashford cross my whole life, by the way. I thought the runs he made that annoy the shit out of me, I thought he did it at the right times. He used his brain today, is what I'm basically saying. Rashford used his brain today. Football IQ was high. Football IQ was very high today. The cross to Mason Greenwood, amazing. The goal, it was a great goal. It was a great goal. So, Marcus Rashford, goal, assist. Like I said, you're important to this team. You had Trent on his backside. You had Thiago on his backside. You had quite a lot of people on their backside, to be fair. So I'm going to give Rashford and... Go on, Rashford. I'll give you an 8.
Yeah, no. This guy still has room to improve, of course. But I think he's an important player. He really is. He's really growing into himself. And I think he's always there. When you need a goal, you can always rely on Marcus Rashford. You always get a goal. And I just liked it about him. I like that he's become a talisman for us. So, and today, as you say, he did seem to show a different side of his game. Really good assist. Held his run up really good today, which we wanted to see after the ridiculous amount of offsides last week. So, yeah, I have to agree with the 8.
I'm sorry, Johnny. I'm gonna live up his ass.
I think joint to man of the match for me.
Yeah. I agree with the man of the match. I think Rashford probably just gets my man of the match. He was just out of this world. He was really good. I thought at moments he was still really selfish. I think if he didn't get the goal at the end, he would have ended off on probably like a 7 for me.
No, I would give him an 8
Just that
because that's
goal.
the Rashford I want to see.
Yeah.
I won't lie to you. That's what I want
Yeah,
to
that
see.
finish was lethal. Like, I love that Rashford did that, but there were moments where he took on like 3 people and then he had the pass open and he decided to shoot, and it was like,
Normal Rashford.
That's the part that needs to improve.
Yeah, normal
like
Rashford.
that part. That's why it was kind of just like a 7. It was like a really good assist, but everything else was just like that below par Rashford when he doesn't switch on his head. But that goal, he timed his run to perfection. The goal and the assist is over 9. I'm sorry.
A 9. And he's your man of the match.
Yeah.
There we go. Clearly he's man of the match. Now Cavani, first half I thought he was actually brilliant. I was messaging Clay. I thought Cavani was brilliant first half. I thought the movement, the work rate, the way he kept the shape, the pressing, it was great. Then second half he fucking bottled everything in the first half. He choked everything. Missed the header, gave away the ball for the second goal. I don't know how. Why would you do that? In a million. Why would you do that?
Was it Cavani?
Yeah, they gave
that
away the
Cavani?
ball. Yeah, it is Cavani. So.
I thought it was Greenwood for some reason.
Nah, just Cavani. So, you were on a 7, but I can't lie. His first half, I was giving you a 7. Second half, I'd probably give you like a 4. So, yeah, I'm gonna give Cavani a 5. Yeah, 5. Below average.
Yeah, no, I really look. You won't always score. That's just the thing. But I think when you don't score, you need to show work rate, and you need to show that you're trying to get the goal. And I thought his work rate, his movement, as always, was brilliant. Unlucky with the header, hit the post. It happens.
Yeah.
And I was gonna give him a 6.5, but I just heard that he was the fault in the turnover, and I can't punish what's his name again, Maguire and Lindelof, and not punish Cavani. So I'm gonna give him a 5.
Yeah.
This man just struggled today. I'm sorry. Cavani had the lowest pass completion rates in this game.
After we gave away the second ball, I can believe it.
Yeah.
That was ridiculous.
This man made 12 passes in total. It's okay, boys.
Feels bad.
It's okay. Like, as much as he offers a work
That's
rate,
what I'm
he's
saying,
offering
people.
nothing
Like,
this game.
that's what I'm saying.
He
No,
runs.
I don't understand why people hate on Martial, guys. You'll never see this from Martial. You'll never see that from Martial.
Yeah. Martial will hit his passes, he'll complete
Yes,
dribbles.
Yeah.
Cavani did none of that. He just ran.
Yeah, he just ran and passioned it up. That's the.
He was there a little bit, you know.
And you know, I think that's a
Yeah.
big part because, like Scott, in a similar way, I think so if Cavani and Scott are one player, and then Martial and Donny are one player, because Donny and Martial, they're smart, you know, they take care of the ball, they do everything right. They might not get you the fancy stat pads, but they do everything right. But Cavani and Scott, because they put their fist in there and they go, yeah, yeah, everyone loves them. So actually,
Exactly.
I just think, as much as there's truth in what people might say about where his frailties are and where his strengths are, at the end of it, there's always still a little bit of an underlying agenda. Because Martial, like,
yeah, because we like
when he
Martial
does things,
as
it's
well.
seen as
Yeah.
worse. But when Cavani does it, he might score as many goals as Martial, but because he's scoring now, look, he's scoring. Martial doesn't do this.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
a bit ridiculous.
For the time being, I think he's great replacement while Martial's not firing. I have no issue with him overall. I think he's great backup, and that's what he should be. And that's what he's been doing most of the season.
Mm.
And just this game in general, I think was just a poor performance. So yeah, I'm going to go with your fives.
Yes, I thought you'd go lower, I'll be honest.
No.
How else is it? Splitting a 4.
Yeah.
Definitely good. There's definitely.
Feels bad, man. Because in that first half, honestly, if Martial was there and he had the same, and he played exactly the same way Cavani played first half, yeah, I would have given him a 7. I can't lie. I would have given him a 7. I won't lie to you. But second half, boy, you choked it so hard. You honestly choked it so hard.
Yeah.
But I don't blame you. Like
Look,
I said,
obviously
you're a
I
good
mean-
replacement still. And I still don't mind you being in the team. So yeah.
Obviously, I made clear that I would be open to other strikers, Harry Kane, coming to this club over Martial. But honestly, I take Martial any day over Cavani in this team because I do think Martial suits us better, and I think Cavani should be coming off the bench.
Yeah.
More for
So one's
impact
not
player.
firing and the other is. I like this. I like the rotation because they're very interchangeable
Yeah,
players.
Yeah,
They
they're
fit
good
the
rotation.
I agree
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah, they're very good rotation. And I think Martial can still learn from Cavani, so, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
Ha! Boys, his name is Mason Greenwood. And he's my son. They, he's been getting hate. I backed him. They said he was finished. I backed him. They said we should sell him. I backed him. All I said it well, and probably in the last match reaction. Mason Greenwood just needs a goal. And it's fucking game over again. What happened today? Okay, let's talk about that first chance. That first chance was annoying. I was going to rip his head off. Because why you didn't pass it to Donny and just gonna tap it, and then Ollie would be like, oh, see, Donny can play, and then, But anyways, I let it slide, because I love you, you're my boy, I looked after you, I'm gonna let it slide, Then, Marcus Rashford put the absolute gem of a cross. I seen Mason Greenwood 1-on-1, and you best believe there was no fucking doubt in my body that I knew you were gonna score that goal. There was no fucking doubt, no matter, you could have 3 goalkeepers. If Mason Greenwood's 1-on-1 in that position, it's fucking curtains for you, because he is the wonder kid of the world. He is the wonder kid of the world. Mason Greenwood gets a goal. Then he gets an assist as well. A similar situation, just on the other side. Now Mason Greenwood is in a position to cross. He sees Rashford, and usually Mason Greenwood would never cross that ball, but he crosses it, and then assist, goal, assist. He looked a hell of a shot. He looked so happy after he scored the goal. It looked like a sigh of relief. I think he knew he needed that goal. I think that's also a big reason why he didn't play to Donny. He was like, I fucking need a goal. I really do need a goal for my life and my career and my confidence. And at the end of the day, he's still a natural out-and-out striker. And you never want him to lose that if he is going to be our future striker. And, like I said, because he is my star boy, he is my son, without a shadow of a doubt, my man of the match, and it's a classic Mason Greenwood Shawnee, 10 out of 10 for Mason Greenwood.
Damn it. Not 10. Damn it.
I want to see
I
other
think he was
19-year-olds do that against Liverpool.
fair. But I'm not really taking that into consideration. I think he was good, but he was just as good as Marcus Rashford, I think. I
No,
think
he was.
2,
But I live up Mason's
good
house.
impact. Yeah. The first 2, I guess everybody was annoyed. Especially, I think the first one, where, as you say, with Donny, should have passed and tried to whole shot. I was really annoyed at that. But, yeah, overall, I just liked the two quick winners. We should have done this last. Bloody hell! And that he was a good outlet, and I liked how they linked up with the goals. So yeah, good assist, good goal. I'm gonna give him 8. Joint man of the match.
Yeah, I have no issue with that. I fully agree. I think it was just a great game for Mason, and he's just gonna go so far in this world.
He is going to go so far.
I'm gonna agree with the 8.
Yeah. I love this kid. I love this kid. I do. He can have the world. He can have the world as long as he just he stays grounded. He looks after himself. He works hard. Mason Greenwood, my boy, you will win everything in this world. I have no doubt about it. People were getting loud about the Sakas, the Martinellis. They're not you, my boy. They're not you. As shit as you have been, even they still compare them to you, my boy. You are the level. You are the level. And you do it in the Premier League, and you do it against Liverpool. What a way to do it! If you had a goal against Liverpool, if they told me you were gonna get the goals today, and you had that drop, I would have taken. I'd be like, it was worth it. It was worth the wait. And now it's very interesting because if Greenwood scored today and he got his assist today, and if he can have the form back like last season, rip Cavani. I want OG front three back then. I can't lie. I will be all for it. All for the OG front three. Because, fuck, why wouldn't you have a firing Mason Greenwood in your team? So,
Exactly.
more to come, Mason. I definitely think this is the start of it. Definitely. And I knew it was going to happen. My boy. I look after my boy. So,
Yeah.
it is what it is. However.
Fucking sit down.
Yeah.
Bloody
Yeah, Foden sit down, but I still like Foden, so feels bad. Yeah, I still like Foden, so feels bad. But anyways, this next man, as much as I love Mason Greenwood, this next man can have my children, he can have my house, he can have my kids, he can have the world, he can have my phone, he can have the password to my bank statement, he can have everything ever in this world. He needs a statue outside of Old Trafford. Personally, I would like the statue to be in the center circle of the pitch. There's a Bruno statue there. With KDB like under his foot or something like that. Definitely holding the ball in door maybe also as well. That'd be a great statue. I think that would be the statue I like. Ideally, Liverpool fans. You play. You play. You're taking the piss. Oh, Bruno doesn't show up in big games. Shut your mouth. Shut your fucking mouth. Bruno only needs one touch. He just needs one touch, one moment of magic, and you will end your career. You will end it. End it same time. Everyone, you can only score penalties. You can only do this. You can't do that. You can't do this. Well, I'm glad. Because what did I tell you? It was written in the fucking stars that Bruno Fernandes ends you guys. And what did he do? He fucking ended you guys. Liverpool fans, you deserve that more than anyone. More than anyone. More than City fans. More than Spurs fans. You guys were loud. You guys want to live up KDB's ass. Okay? You guys want to live up Thiago's ass. Okay? You call me when they do that. You call me when they fucking do that to win you the game. And, Bruno Fernandes, he is Manchester United. He is this team. He is the captain. And for me, actually, he's probably joined man of the match. And I'm giving Bruno a 10 as well. Because, what did he do wrong when he came? I'm going to give Bruno a fucking 10.
Yeah. What better way to show that you show up in big games and score a free kick? That's all about you. It's not about your teammates. You didn't need them there. Just put it down and show your talent. Show it up in the big games so they can all sit down. And yeah, I'm also going to give him joint man of the match with an 8. That was brilliant. I didn't think he scored. And he proved me wrong. I was very happy.
It's Bruno. Is he never... Guys, this guy... You can't just not be like, nah, this guy, Bruno could have a free kick from halfway line. And I'll be like, he might not score it. But I wouldn't say never. Don't never say never when Bruno Fernandes is on the pitch. You could be 3-0 down. You could be 2-0 down. If Bruno is on that pitch, it's not over. It's not over. The story isn't written until he gets his say.
It's mad. Bruno's just way too good.
He's God. He's fucking God.
If the man played the full 90, man of the match any day of the week. But I'm just going to give this rating just because of the performance. And it is beautiful. It is perfect. There was nothing wrong with it. He didn't have enough time to put a foot wrong, and he just did that to win us the game. He gets a 10. It's as simple as that. He's not getting the man of the match. He didn't play the whole match, but he got a 10. He didn't do any. He didn't put a foot wrong, in my opinion.
He
He didn't have time.
He didn't.
He literally didn't, admittedly.
Yeah, he didn't put a foot wrong. Like, what more do you want Bruno to do? Bruno's like, okay, come on. And the best thing, you know what the best thing about that free kick
Play
is?
the whole game.
Yeah, and you know the best thing about that free kick is, Liverpool fans, I want you to go watch it back. Because please go watch it back, because I think we might have robbed you. Because the free kick, evidently the ref said the ball needs to be a little bit forward. And Bruno was like, no. I want to bring it a little bit backwards. And that could have been all the difference why he scored the goal. And I hope you
And
guys
it's-
realize that.
I don't think anybody in the Premier League can score a free kick like that. At that
Yeah.
range, you don't rate anybody that close.
No,
haven't
you
seen anyone
don't.
do that.
Well, I must button. As much as I do love Bruno
Yes.
Fernandes, there is one person I do rate. His name's James
not-
Ward-Prowse, and I rate
not
him.
at that
I rate him. Ward-Prowse
I
could,
need him. I need him
Ward-Prowse
further
could
back.
probably
Weirdly
bend
enough-
it around our goals, and then he'll come back in and score.
Not the way Bruno scored. I've never seen one person score freaks. The
Yeah,
way Bruno
yeah,
scored.
yeah.
So,
Ward-Prowse should have went for the other.
I think-
corner, yeah.
yeah, the difficult thing is in the position to get it up and get it down and gang hard. And we've seen De Bruyne hit it underneath the wall and go straight. Bruno went all the way to the other side and hit it low. I was not expecting. So, really good.
He just completely destroyed them. It was beautiful.
He violated them. He took the piss. He took
Yeah.
it personally. All the punditry that all the puns, all the jokes made about Bruno,
Yeah.
all the doubts. He took it personally. You best believe Bruno took that all personally because this man is he's built different. He is built different. And when I told you
Yeah.
guys, he's the best player in the world. Not you guys. I mean the viewers and other rival fans. When I told you guys this guy is the best player in the world at the moment. And then he had that quiet patch. And then you guys are saying, oh, maybe we overgunned it. Maybe we over... No, we didn't, dipshits. We didn't overlook it. We didn't overhype him. He's fucking inevitable. Everyone. No one is as consistent as this guy. No one. I was actually looking at the stat the other day because I was telling my uncle about how great Bruno Fernandes is. And Bruno's numbers at midfield is ridiculous. I think Ronaldo's got better goals, more goals than Bruno. Lever's got more goals than Bruno. Haaland doesn't anymore because he was obviously injured.
Those strikers.
And those are the best strikers in the world. And Bruno is there.
Yeah,
Bruno is there.
it's insane.
And listen, I do have respect for KDB. I do, don't get me wrong. I have respect for KDB. But, yeah, KDB, it's late for you, my boy. It's over for you.
I'm convinced with Bruno. I do think if Bruno gone to Bayern Munich, he'd win. He might work as well at United, but I do think he definitely.
Exactly. I mean... And that's what the other thing is, like, you can put KDB in this team, you can put Lewandowski in this team. I'm not going to mention Ronaldo because I live up Ronaldo's ass. But you put those guys and Messi in this team as well. I don't rate they could do what Bruno Fernandes does for Manchester United, especially with these players. So he's special. He's absolutely godly. He's sent from the heavens above. Ferguson, it's like Sir Alex Ferguson was our one gift, and now Bruno Fernandes is our second gift, so... I love this man. He deserves it's a bit early, it's halfway through. But at the moment, he deserves the Ballon d'Or. I can't lie, he does. Whether or not he'll win it because of the bias, FIFA corruption, all that stuff, he will probably not. But this man is inevitable. He's inevitable. I'm not joking, guys. I know we're United fans, but I'm telling you, this man is one of the best players in the world, if not the best player in the world at the moment. As we speak right here, right now, recording the show. There's no one better. Not your KDBs, not your Kimmiches, not your Thiagos, maybe your Levas. I'll hear a Leva debate, and I'll hear a Ronaldo debate. But by that, for what Bruno does in his position is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And I seen a stat today. Actually, let me see it. Right, this stat is crazy. Because everyone knows about the stat that since Bruno has joined, we've got the most points in the league. Since his debut in the cup. So there's that stat which everyone knows. And then, where was the stat? I'll probably put it on my status. Let's see. Bruno Fernandes has scored more goals than any other players, or any players playing for the Premier League club since his debut.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Insane.
And like I
Considering
said,
the players in the Premier League, that's insane.
yeah. And like I said, I don't like saying it, but if we do go on to do something special, obviously I'm going to give everyone the credit where it's deserved. But it's all Bruno.
That's
It's
it all.
fucking Bruno. Just give him
Maguire-
everything. Give him everything.
Maguire needs to give Bruno the wrong in that day, just so
Honestly,
he can lift the trophy
literally, yeah.
first.
Honestly.
Sub off Maguire, boy.
Sub off
That's
Maguire.
happening.
Just
Let's
sub
go.
him off. Be like Maguire to go see his wife. She's giving birth. Ish Harry.
Yeah, she's label Maguire. Go, you need to go.
Yeah, it's just leave Maguire. Go. Bruno will lift it. Don't worry. But anyways,
So that won't happen, you know?
Yeah, it'll
We're going
never
to see Maguire there acting like he's the man.
and
The captain.
I take a toast to you, Bruno. I take a toast to you. It's toast to Bruno Fernandes.
I'm the only one without a drink.
I do. I do. This one though, this I
Ding,
guys,
ding, ding, ding.
yeah,
The
this is
most
the
divisive
worst. This is
character
the
in
most divisive. I don't even know this. I don't want to go first. I'll be honest with you. I don't want to go first for this one.
That's fine. I'll go first.
That
Thank
way,
you.
that way, you go.
I'll start with the good. I think offensively, I thought we were decent. I think in terms of how we moved the ball, I think it wasn't too flashy. It wasn't maybe the most penetrative, but I do think we've been consistent in what we do, and we're consistent today in what we do. We move it at a good tempo, and we take care of it really well. And on the counter, which is our thing, I think we're deadly, and I think our goals came a lot from us playing on the counter. So I think that's the good today. The bad ish. He played Victor Lindelof and Harry Maguire. So I'm on a -1 for that. He played Scott for 90 minutes. I'm on a -1 for that. And he took off Donny. So I'm on a -1 for that. So what am I left with?
7.
Yeah, no. 7. Nah, we won the games. I'll give him a 7.
Yeah.
Clear.
Ali. That was just unnecessarily tight of a game. I don't understand your team selection for that. As much as we called it almost to just perfection, I don't understand why you'd still do it. I don't think any of us would have picked that lineup tonight. It's frustrating to see because we could see the concerns that we have, such as the Lindelof and Maguire. We shouldn't have seen that today. We should have gone back to Abaye and Maguire or Tonzebe even, just someone else. It would have been a lot more efficient in marking a Salah, and we had none of that. We had no pace in the back. And like you guys said, if we're wanting to play a high line at stages, why are we doing that? That doesn't make sense. If we want to be the aggressors in the game, play an aggressive, fast, strong centre-back.
I still trust. In a way, I respect it. I'm sorry for cutting you. In a way, I respect it because he values trust, and that's the most important thing. And he wants people who are on the same page as him in his club. So that's respectable. But at the end of the day, this is Manchester freaking United, and sometimes we do need to consider talent, you know?
Yeah. Stubbornness I don't think it's a good trait in managerial world. I really don't. Because that's what it feels like. As much as that loyalty is like, yeah, United, it's the United way, I also feel like it's just sheer stubbornness and unwillingness to change to an extent. It's really frustrating. Because as soon as you see progress being made in another regard, he's like, nah, scrap it, bye, you're gone. Lindelof's fit, come. I don't care about that progress that we just made. You're back. You're back. I don't care. You're the holy grail. You're the best centre-back this world has ever seen next to Maguire. You two are always going to play, no matter what. Don't even stress how long you're injured. I don't care. You're going straight back to that lineup. Yeah. So yeah, that's very frustrating seeing that starting lineup. But it's good that he played Donny, but the substitutions were so bad as well. I have so much issue.
Yeah, it's not the players who came on. Let's just emphasize that.
That's who they came on for.
Yeah, that's who they came on for.
Fully agree. I don't know why Mason went off, and I don't know why Donny went off for that first 2 subs. I understand bringing on Bruno and Fred, but bring off Scott, bring off Cavani.
Yeah.
It's straightforward. I'm sorry, they're both having poor games. Why are you just keeping on throwing them against the brick wall? It doesn't make sense to me. And Donny was having a good game, and Green was having a good game. Green could have got another goal for one of those final chances at the end of the game. Like, it was obviously hypothetical, but you want the man to fire as much as possible when he's like that. He's feeling himself. Why would you not let him play a 90? That doesn't make sense to me, especially when Cavani is this injury prone as well. You're not even taking that into consideration as Adi. You're going to let Cavani play a full 90 ahead of the young 19-year-old wonder kid who has all the energy in the world and his spirits as high as ever with a goal and a miraculous assist. Like, I don't get the vision with that. I don't understand it. I don't like that we started the game with like the big team and then we just dropped into our
that's my biggest one. That's also my biggest
really counter heavy style. It is very annoying because like we started the game with like 60% possession. We were dominating. We were trying to take control of the ball, took control of the game. We brought it to Liverpool, and then we just dropped off for no reason other than we could. And I don't like that. I don't like that we start playing really well and then we just go, yeah, we're just going to counter now. It's fine. We'll go back to what we used to. I don't understand how that makes logic as a manager. How can you go to your players after like what 20-ish minutes more or less and be like, yeah, this isn't working despite us being really progressive and getting something out at the end of it nearly. It's a bit weird. I don't like
No, I
that.
don't think. Sorry to cut you. I don't think he changes it half. What happens is that it's a set system before we come into the game, much like Jose does. It's like we'll be progressive, but then when we can score a goal, we will go back because they're going to give space now and play more on the counter. And it's like patterns. It keeps happening. It's already instilled into their brain that in this scenario they do this, in this scenario they do this, and it gets practiced in training. That's what I think it is.
My issue with that is I would see us jumping and changing styles then, which we don't do. If we're progressive at stages and counter-attacking on others, that would make sense. That's fair. But it was very much progressive attacking football. We're bringing the game to Liverpool. Then it just stopped.
Like, why
If it
would
just
you
went-
change it when it's working? Like that's the only
That's
thing.
the
Like,
point here.
yeah.
You change it because you get a better chance to play on the counter when you've scored and you're defending something.
We're playing
It's the
progressive.
same principles Jose
always
uses.
Counter, but yeah, I still don't understand why we got rid of Jose then. What was the point of that sacking? I will always go back to that. If we just want to play Jose football, play pristine Jose football.
Here's the thing: we don't consider our football style when we hire managers. It's not what we do as Manchester United. It's been established. And two, the difference is Ole has a way of getting players to buy in the playing style that Jose cannot do.
To an extent, yes. To an extent, no. But yeah, I just think that we need to set a style because jumping and changing in a game, it's frustrating to watch. Like, I get that if we were alternating, like at moments we would dominate and at moments they would dominate. That's fair. It's give and take in football. That happens. But just dropping a style because Liverpool get a bit too much of the ball and just be like, we're throwing this out the window. It's done. Because that's what it felt like tonight. Like, I get the point that we want to play pragmatic. We want to play on the counter. That's where our strengths lie. But when we're just dropping something that's working for no reason other than we can, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, I get the approach that we're good on the counter, but why were we playing progressive in the first place? That's the next question.
The thing you must look at it. Don't look at it two different styles. Look at it as one big style that works in different scenarios depending on what the other team does. That's how Ole looks at it.
Yeah, but again, what changed? Liverpool didn't entirely just go, okay, we're now just going to be relentless like we weren't the entire game.
The idea is
hold sail, and why did we? That's the only point.
The idea is that we can afford to sit back because we're holding on to something. I think that's the idea. And knowing that we scored and we're holding on to something, we need to open up. That's what shows a 101.
I don't mind that, right?
That's
but to like what Clayton saying, because I was gonna say that when I give my rating for it. When we were toe to toe with Liverpool, we were hurting Liverpool big time. Then we took the lead. Then he did his thing, let's look deeper, let's try close it out, and we'll hit them on the counter if we can. And I knew it was gonna work because I've seen this team do it over and over again with those players, and I've seen them bottle it. And then they did bottle it. And then he was like, okay, let's go back to what was working. And then it worked again. And then it's just like, why didn't you just stick with it, Why?
Yeah, no, I get you. But what I'm saying to you guys, don't think of it of he's telling them in the game. It's just a mindset is instilled that they need to do that depending on the scenario. And that as a whole is his tactic.
I think that's very naive of a manager to go, when you have the ball, I want you to hold on to it. And then just at times when you feel like it and we've got a goal, then maybe you can just like counter a little bit.
I think also on top of it, that now when we're countering, they're opened up, so the counter is more effective, and we're expending less energy than when we're pressing high.
We weren't exactly pressing high though when we were playing progressive. We were just holding on to the ball and giving the game to them. But I get your points in general. It's just frustrating to watch as a United fan.
Yeah, obviously we want our team to just keep on going toe to toe with Liverpool and just hurt them.
And we were.
And then we were.
And then we were. And then we weren't. And then Liverpool just dominated possession for the rest of the game. It was just like we just gave up the ball and we're happy with what we got. And then they scored again. And then we had to go. And then we scored. And then we had to go. And it was just one of those.
Yeah, it's just
frustrating watch.
If you think about it, If you think about it, it's exactly the same thing that Jose does. And the Spurs fans say the exact same things we're saying. They say, and I'm not defending it, I'm just making a point. They say they're tired of this whole we score one goal and we shut down.
Yeah.
And why is he then telling them that?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he's not really telling them that. In general, that's the playing style.
Yeah, that's the thing. Why is Ollie here? Because he plays the style not to perfection. That's the thing. He
Yeah,
doesn't.
no,
That
the
100.
board
I don't.
doesn't consider that. They
It
don't.
doesn't.
And I agree with you there.
Yeah.
I do want us to. Every time we hire a manager, I want us to go. We want to play front foot football. That's our DNA, and that's what we want. And I prefer it like that.
Yeah, exactly. But we walked away with the win ultimately, so something clearly worked. I can't exactly mark him down further than this, in my opinion. So he just goes down to a 6.
Okay. Now everything Clay said, I think they've basically covered what I said. I did like it when we were going toe to toe with Liverpool.
Yeah.
I thought, you were playing what I like to play myself if I was a manager. You play the nice triangles, the quick triangles, then you hit it to the wing, then you hit the cross in to catch the defensive guard, and then easy goals. Easy goals for nothing, for fresh air. Just a
And we just
simple,
Fall in, which is
we
frustrating.
just put it in, get the goals, and we did that amazing. I didn't like when we were in the lead though. Let's go back to the park the pass counter, and then I don't like that. I was like, what, we could hurt Liverpool. We are hurting them while we're doing this. We could get 2, we could get 3, we could get 4. We can just carry on, being relentless. Let's show Liverpool and let's hurt them big time. Let's hurt their ego big time by taking the game like how they take it to us and beating them at their own game. However, and then also the substitutions. I didn't like Donny coming off. I didn't like Greenwood coming off. I didn't mind the subs who came on, but those players who came off, like why didn't Cavani come off? Why didn't Scott come off? I have no idea. So, however, so I think if I had to minus the point in my head, me and Scott played. You played the clowns, so then you got that. You know what? I was gonna give you a 6. However, a victory against Liverpool, in my book, I don't care how you do. I'll be honest. I don't care how you do. If there's one game, I always say, do whatever you want. As long as you get a win, 3 points, whatever the situation is, you beat Liverpool. Yeah, Ollie, today I'm going to give you a 10, bro. Go on. I'm going to give you a 10. You fucking beat Liverpool. Go on, bro.
Wow, I wasn't expecting that.
A win against Liverpool is perfection. I can't slate it. It's a win against Liverpool. It could be a shite Liverpool. Liverpool could be as good as West Brom, and I'd give you a 10. Yeah. So yeah, go on, Ollie. Go on, United. Freaking proud of you, boys. You made my week. I will be annoying every single Liverpool fan I know. Don't you worry. Again. And yeah, I'm gonna reach all I liked it. I'm gonna ask you this guy's question. I'm gonna avoid the question. Actually, I'm not gonna avoid it. I'm gonna sit on the fence because I'm still unsure. And I don't want to answer the question now because never ask me, serious questions when we beat Liverpool. My mind is all over the place. I won't lie to you. My mind is thinking madness because we beat Liverpool. Do you guys think, obviously this wasn't in the league, but do you guys think that 21 can seriously become a reality now?
All I'll say is that looking at the league and how it looks right now, I do think we will be thereabouts. We'll be fighting for it till the end. I don't think we're going to go on some rut where we drop 10 points. I don't see that happening. I think we have enough. And I think the fact that we seem to be prioritizing it more, we will be there. But will we have enough to win it? I don't know. I don't know yet. And I'm going to give it to game week 27. For the top of the table, game week 27, I'm going to start believing. But for now, I'm just going to say there's a very good chance.
Yeah, I fully agree. My standpoint's exactly the same. We need time, and we just need to wait it out. I think it's definitely open for the taking. We said this from the beginning of the league. Since game week 3, we're like, why is United not taking advantage of this?
That's actually true. Yeah, I forgot about that, Jack.
From the beginning of the season.
I think we even said, we sack Poch now. Poch will bring consistency. And that's all you need. And then you fucking go top of the league.
Yeah.
So
exactly. It's been that kind of season in the league where anybody could take it. I wouldn't be surprised if a Leicester won it. It's just that kind of season right now, where an Everton could come out of nowhere. Ancelotti just lifts it one more time. Never know. It's just at that point right now where it's anybody's trophy. And right now we've got a hold on it, and let's see if we can just keep it for the rest of the season. But I do
And
agree that
injuries-
there's about 10ish weeks more
Yeah.
football,
Yeah.
10ish
Yeah.
games.
Injuries will play a part as well because
Yeah,
as
we are
much as they
blessed
affect
this
Liverpool,
season. Yeah, we are blessed.
We've been lucky so far. Let's see if we can keep it up.
as much as they affect Liverpool,
It's gonna
and I
affect
think Liverpool are slightly better in terms of having a playing style which they can then fall back on when they're struggling. With us, I think a loss of Bruno would be much less.
Alright,
loss
so-
of Van Dijk.
If Bruno
So-
gets lost tomorrow, touch wood. I'm not watching any of the games with it. I'm
Yeah.
like, no, I can't. Just my heart, it's broken. I can't believe I believe for even
Honestly-
a second.
Honestly, this might sound insane. If you lost Bruno, I'd be like, are we gonna make top 4? That's what I would say. 'cause
I know
think
it's true. It's
he's
reality.
that
Though.
important.
Yeah, that's how important Bruno Fernandes is to us. If we lost Bruno Fernandes also, now I would be thinking, I'll be there with my
What?
calculator, and then people will be like,
It's just I've got this point.
Exactly.
Don't worry. I've got
exactly.
this.
People will be like, Shinny, what are you calculating? I'm like, I'm just calculating the points difference from us in fourth place, just to make sure we're safe, you know, just to make sure we're still safe without Bruno.
We're not, by the way.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah, we're
We're
not.
far from.
Yeah, but are we the best team in England at the moment? Yes. Is it by far? Probably. Well, City are a bit serious now,
Yeah.
but currently, no one's better than us, boys. No one is better than us. No
Mate,
one
City's
at the
dead. They
moment.
lost to Bruno.
Oh, that's big
They're
news.
losing
Yeah,
this.
they lost
Yeah.
it right now. So.
Yeah.
So what I'm
Good
saying
thing.
is things are written in the stars for United to do something special this season. Whether it's the FA Cup, whether it's the league, which is ideally what we want. There's a lot of football still to be played. But we are over halfway, or just halfway over, just one game over halfway. And where we are now, basically we had everything had to replicate again in the second half. We're winning the league. That's what it is. That's just how it is. You know, so am I gonna say we're gonna win the league? Not yet, boys. I'm with you guys as well. And I'm proud of us that we're saying that no one's getting overexcited. No one's getting overexcited. So I'm proud of us for saying that. But am I going to enjoy the moment as it is? Yes. And I'm going to pretend like we've won the league? Yes, shamelessly. I'm going to pretend like we've won the league already. I'm going to shamelessly do it. But. Lots of football still to play. And yeah, let's just enjoy it. Because honestly, this has never been as good as this. Never been as good as this. Thank you, Bruno Fernandes. Thank you, United. Thank you, Pogs. Thank you, everyone at United. You know, you guys are doing something special, and you know I can't slate that. So, yeah. And our next game is who's our next game actually?
Sheffield, I think.
Sheffield in the league. So yeah. So that'll be our next video.
Smack them.
I'll be more worried about Sheffield than Liverpool.
Smack
I don't
them.
know. But anyway, we'll speak about that in the Sheffield preview. But from us, the RDA boys, we bid you a good day. With love from Bruno. See you in the next one.